Hello everyone, this is Sean from Sean's Toy Room, as you can see from my YouTube channel cards, and I'm here to pack up some toys for the surprise vendor opportunity I have for the Peterborough Toy Show. Technically the Kawartha Collectibles show on Saturday, April 5th, which just so happens to be Star Trek Day, and if my memory's correct, I have some Star Trek figures I can sell. Duplicates of what I already have. But the first step is to use the empty boxes I have here for the figures. I don't know if I'm bringing the drawer tower or not. It is more compact than a box, but I think that my remaining Star Wars figures should fit into either a small box or a big box, and that would account for most of them. So the first step is to move this box over here in front of the one shelf who I won't be bringing, but I hope to pack up most of this and most of this one. Bring along the two empty shelving units and only keep for myself the few action figures in here that mean a lot to me, like the Power of the Force present from my parents. And buried in here somewhere, the Christmas presents from Zach way back when. So, give me a moment to find a box and we'll start packing up. The Star Wars. Well, I got the empty box. Time to start packing, and I'll show you what it's like when I'm done. I emptied the cabinet and I've started entering the drawer tower into this box so far, because they're 3 3/4 inch figures. We'll see how much room the bigger ones take up, including the Black Series. There are a few figures I'm not selling, like the Expanded Universe Thrawn from 1994. He cost me $60, so I'm not getting rid of him. So the drawer tower is now empty. The box is 3/4 full, and you can see an entire section that I have to build up, but luckily 2 figures fit beside each other as I build it up, so now I go for that middle top 2 layers. Good news is these boxes are relatively light, even with all the carded action figures in them, so it's not going to be too heavy to move to my car on Friday evening or Saturday. Well, it has to be Friday evening because I need 2 hours to drive to Peterborough. Okay, the box is now full, can now be labeled and placed over there for the toy show, right next to the DVD box. That's how I'll remember. All right, so I have a second box now in which I'm going to put the remaining 3 3/4 inch Star Wars, that which is up here, and then I'm going to delve into the Black Series. The only 2 Black Series I'm keeping are these ones, which is Star Wars 40 Years, and the Christmas presents that are in the back. But I'll get to that in a moment, one by one. The only figures I have now are the ones on the bottom shelf. I'm keeping a select few Black Series, the 40th anniversary ones, the ones that are blue themed. Yeah. All right, so I have emptied out the bottom shelf, onto which I will place the ones I intend to keep as I find them, because it's at the very bottom of the Motu Origins shelf, which of course I'm keeping. So, one moment. So far so good. There's a few more to add once I find them. It's the state of the 6-inch box so far. All right, I got all the FunkoPOPs out of my bedroom, except for the one I wanted to keep. So there they are. So now we load up the Black Series of Star Wars. That's all the Black Series in the box. As you see, that shelving unit is nearly completely empty. So the remaining Star Wars figures will have to go in another box. And then I'll delve into whatever I'm left to part with. Be right back. All right, so after all that, you have approximately 6 boxes filled, 4 small, well, 2 large, 4 small, filled with action figures and carded Hot Wheels to take. And as I'd hoped, I successfully emptied these 2 shelving units, which I can disassemble and take with me. As well as the vintage Star Wars bed sheet from 1977 that I picked up for $30 at the Sanford & Sons Antique Shop in Barrie, Ontario. But I'm going to have to put that somewhere else for the moment, because I got to move the calendar and everything else over so that I have all the supplies I needed to bring. Oh, well, all right. Just a minute here. That should do it. Good. And that leaves the space for the DVD box. Let's see how heavy that is. That box is heavy enough that it's going to have to be at the bottom of everything. So give me one moment to arrange that. All right, there we go. So you have to get this far back to get the toy show boxes. So now you have 6 small, 2 large. Now I can fit the large boxes in the back seat. I could put a small box on top and it still wouldn't be as high as me sitting. Well, it'd be a bit higher than my headrest. So it might go above the window. We'll have to see. Maybe 1 large box on either side and 2 small boxes on top of each other. Maybe that's better. Because don't forget, some small boxes can fit in the trunk as well. And don't forget, we're not done yet, because you have to bring the extra stuff that is going to be sold, and all the bins, and the collapsible bins that I bought at the dollar store. So you can have trays for DVD movies, you see, which also fit in a small bin, so each bin will be an example of something. Good. So, let me see what I can do with the drawer tower. 1 second. As you see, the DVDs will fit like that in a drawer tower. But I'm going to start sorting my unwatched shelf and see what exactly I can stand to part with. These are all the watched movies. I don't part with them. I'm only parting with this section. Selected things from this section. So far, so good. That's how I'm stacking the DVDs I don't want to keep. Put the few up on the shelf. Just trying to purge everything before I move in August. All right, there we go. First drawer done. First unwatched shelf empty. Second drawer complete. 3 of the 4 drawers full. We'll hopefully have room, and as you see, the unwatched shelf is completely empty now, with just that left on the couch. So I have probably reached my limit of what'll fit into the car. I don't know if I can get far enough back to see everything, but there's a good picture of everything I'm selling, all boxed up for the 2025 Toy Show. And that will be the thumbnail, appropriately called All Packed Up, for the 2025 Toy Shows. So I hope I haven't exceeded the capacity of my car. I don't think I have. But we'll find out. And if I have to make a choice between what I can fit in and what I can't, then that top middle box with the Ninja Turtles and the Black Series and the Dragon Ball Z and Transformers will have to stay here with me. Because everything else is sellable. If one box has to stay behind, it's going to be the top middle. So that's all for now. See you later.